What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Paranormal Rush Hour. I'm your host, Ryan. What a rush. And I've got some more paranormal for you guys tonight. Before I get to that, I'm going to let you know I swapped out my my drawing again. And this one is another one from my friend Leonard Mott Jr., who has all these amazing drawings that he sent me, and I want to display like every single one of them, but I'm doing them one at a time in this frame right here since it's pretty visible. So anyway, this one was amazing though. I loved it. The way he did the shadowing and the detail on it is just incredible. And it's another Skinny Bob. I may have already said that. I don't know. Anyway, it's my off day. So, I hope everybody's doing good though. And I've got another Sam email to share with you guys. So this is going to be pretty interesting. I really thought this was an interesting point or possibility, I guess you could say, that she brought up. I don't know why I say she. I just get the feeling it's she. Anyway, they brought up in this email. So, without any further BS from me, I'm going to get to it. Hey, Ryan, I hope you are doing well during this unpredictable time we are all going through. I have really been enjoying your shows lately, so I decided it was time to write you again and share some more with you and everyone watching. Since there is now someone creating a hunting season for the Sasquatch, I thought it would be appropriate to share a story that deals with that subject. And I'll stop for a minute. Yes, some moron is proposing a hunting season for the Sasquatch. People are dumb. Some people are dumb. That's all I can say about that, man. Anyway, thinking you're going to do that anyway. Okay. Let me start by saying bullets can kill them, just like they can us. They are not an easy target by any stretch of the imagination, though. This story will be an example of that. One of the local Sasquatch would often join Nyas's father and brother to help hunt. They would all work together as a team effort to take down game. Deer are incredibly abundant here, so that's what their typical target was. They had all gone out on a hunt one day, and it was in the middle of deer season. There was no hunters around when they got to the grounds, so they began scouting. Bear in mind that they can smell us before we get anywhere near them. Unless you wear dirty clothes for a month, they will smell you. They began stalking a deer that was straying from the group. They hunt with ease because animals cannot detect them by sight and they can move silently. Nyasa's brother can now gradually walk up behind one and grab it. He has become a remarkable hunter, and they no longer have to go through the hassle they used to when he was younger and less skilled, which is good because their father is getting older. They will always provide for their elders. Back to the story. They began setting up their positions, which were strategically thought out when they smelled someone nearing them. Her brother climbed a tree to see where they were, and they were coming towards them. He got down from the tree, and they all just stayed still right where they were. That's when they heard the hunters. It was 2 men and a younger boy, just like the 3 of them. They kept getting closer when the hunters spot the deer that they had been stalking. They needed the deer for food and had already invested so much time into it that they had to find a way to get it without the hunters shooting it. That is when being a Sasquatch comes in handy because they are very good at causing a diversion. They formulated a plan to catch the deer like this. They staged a sighting. The Sasquatch from the other group went around to the backside of the hunters while her father and brother stayed where they saw the deer. Right before the man lifted his gun, the Squatch made a loud tongue click noise behind them. They had made that cue for the other 2 to attack the deer. So they moved in as soon as they heard it. The hunters turned quickly in the direction of the noise, and there stood Gratue, looking right at them, standing 10 feet tall, right in the open. The hunter with the gun was terrified, and dropped his gun at the sight of Gratue. The other two stood there amazed by what they were seeing, and Gratue snorted loudly and nonchalantly walked back the other direction. Her father and brother had already taken the deer to a creek close by, and they met where they laughed at the reaction from the big bad human hunter. Oftentimes, sightings will serve a purpose. Perhaps I will tell you how I know the details of all their stories so well, and it all comes from how they tell them. That's all I have for now, Ryan. As always, keep up the great job you do, and I'll keep watching and sharing. Thank you, Ryan. Stay well. Sam. Sam, that was awesome. That was a really cool story, and the fact that sightings are sometimes staged is something that I've wondered about at times, because that would be the ultimate diversion to get someone's attention off of something else. So I've thought about that before, actually, and I'm really glad you mentioned that in this, or wrote this story to tell it, I guess. Anyhow, the emails are always great from you, and I always appreciate them so much because they are always so interesting, and I know everybody else enjoys them too, so thank you. And anybody else, if you have anything to share, send it to me, paranormalrushhour@gmail.com. And as far as the open hunting season on Sasquatch goes, good luck. I wouldn't be going hunting them, promise you that. Not just because I know how people-like they are, but because they might get a little mad at you unless you're hunting with an elephant gun or something. You might just sting them a little bit and piss them off real good, and then that's the end of you. The only thing the only time I've ever heard about people getting hurt around Sasquatch or by the Sasquatch they were hunters, people hunting, people with guns. That's the only time I've ever heard of anyone actually getting hurt. Not the only time, but the majority of the times I've heard about are hunters. So, take it as you will. Anyway, I appreciate everybody watching, and let me know what you think about this in the comments, and I'll be back with you guys with another full episode really, really soon. I have a pretty interesting one coming up, and I'm going to try to get that out to you guys in the next day or so. So be on the lookout for that too. Anyway, I hope everybody stays safe. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys really soon. Take it easy.